Hello student. In this module, I'll be talking about the semi-conservative replication of DNA. It is a very long topic, so here I'll talk about the first part of the replication. Okay, so look, listen and learn. So let us see what is this thing called as DNA replication. Now look at the diagram here. See what is happening. Wow, what do you really see? You're looking at one molecule of DNA which is replicating or duplicating to give you two molecules down there. Now this original molecule up there will be called as the parent DNA. And the two molecules of DNA that it forms at the bottom, I'm going to call them as the daughter DNA. So this is what is DNA replication in short. It is one parent DNA giving rise to two daughter DNAs. I told you that the original parent DNA is replicating or duplicating to give you daughter DNAs. So replication can also be called as DNA duplication. I can also say that the daughter DNA is getting synthesized from the parent. That is why it is also called as DNA synthesis. So another term for replication would be DNA synthesis. Now look at this figure right here. Wow, what do you see? You are looking at the cell cycle. You have done the cell cycle way back in 11th standard in a chapter called as cell division. Look at the cell cycle. See how many stages are there in the cell cycle? But which is our interest? Our interest is that stage highlighted. What stage is it? It is the S stage or the S phase. And what is happening there? You got it correct. What is happening there is DNA synthesis. So I can also say that DNA replication takes place in the S phase of the cell cycle. Let us go back to the original picture here. And now let's define what is DNA replication. So replication basically is a process in which a DNA molecule, which is that parent DNA highlighted up there, will basically produce an exact copy or replica of itself, which is that highlighted molecule of daughter DNAs down there. Is that okay? That is replication, a process in which a DNA molecule produces an exact copy or a replica of itself. Now closely look at the daughter DNAs. What do you see? Both are double-stranded. And closely look at the two strands. One of the strands in both daughter DNAs is coming from the parent. I'm going to call that strand as the old strand. While the other strand is getting newly synthesized, so I'm going to call that strand as the new strand. So in the daughter DNAs, there are two strands each. One is an old strand, one is a new strand. Is that okay? Now let us see where inside the cell does replication really occur. I'm going to show you an eukaryotic cell here. Look at that. It's a beautiful eukaryotic cell. And look at this area or the region or the organelle that is highlighted. What is that organelle? We all know it is the nucleus. Is that okay? We also know that the nucleus contains the DNA. So it is here where the DNA is going to get replicated. Is that okay? So I can also say that in eukaryotic cell, replication takes place in the nucleus. There is another type of cell. We all know what it is. It is nothing but a prokaryotic cell. Now look at the prokaryotic cell. Do you see a nucleus? I don't, because prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus. But they definitely have this area or the region highlighted. And what is this region called? This region is called as the cytoplasm. And we know that the cytoplasm basically contains the DNA. So in prokaryotic cell, replication of DNA will take place within the cytoplasm. Is that okay? So I can also say that in prokaryotic cell, replication takes place within the cytoplasm. So if I have to compare the two types of cells, I can say that in eukaryotic cell, replication takes place in the nucleus, whereas in prokaryotic cell, replication takes place within the cytoplasm. Is that okay? Now this brings us to the end of the first module on replication as part 1 of semi-conservative replication of DNA. Now in the next module, I'll be covering the second part of the semi-conservative replication of DNA. Thank you and take care.